welcome to another episode of Lone Star Kitchen. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. We were on a hiatus last week because had a lot of stuff going on, but we are back. I'd like to thank everyone who's liked and subscribed to our channel. We'd like to ask you, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and enjoy the video. Today we're going to be making baked Italian spaghetti. How does that go with Lone Star Kitchen? Lone Star Kitchen is just about food and good food. So, without further ado, we hope you enjoy the video. Okay, right here we have our list of ingredients. I have 24 ounces of spaghetti, a can of diced green pepper and onion tomatoes, 2 cans of pasta sauce. You know, I really love this pasta sauce here. I kind of swore against canned pasta sauce, but then I tried out the Simply Hunt's tomato basil. This is amazing. You're going to need 2 pounds of cheese, thing of cottage cheese, Italian seasoning of course, and ground beef, and Jimmy Dean sage sausage. This is going to be amazing. Alright, so we went ahead and mixed up the ground beef and the sausage together. And we're going to go ahead and brown it. You'll find too, like a lot of people use sausage or a lot of people use beef, but I choose to mix the two because it just brings in extra flavor to it. We're kind of break it up, kind of mix it up together. You'll see what I'm talking about when I'm done if you actually try this recipe, and I'm making a lot too. Because my tendency is to have leftovers to take to work. And but you could do half the recipe. Like I said, I'll have the recipe listed in the description, so if you want less, you can just go ahead and cut that in half. One thing about cooking is you can even tweak it your own way, but I'm going to show you how I do, so we're going to go ahead and brown the meat. Okay, now while the meat is browning, we're going to go ahead and start the water boiling. Some people use salt in the water because they think it makes it boil quicker. That is a myth. If you want to Google it, you can, but all you're really doing is cooking your spaghetti with really salty water, which if you want to do that, you can, but I just choose not to. So we got the meat browning, we got the water boiling, and we're just a few steps away from cooking royalty. Okay, now the meat's been browned, so we went ahead and drained all the oil. The spaghetti is still getting ready. We've got it set aside for when it starts to boil. And now what we're going to do is put the sauce together. Going to mix the 2 cans of pasta sauce together. Then you're going to mix the diced tomatoes in with it. Actually, this is diced tomatoes with green peppers and onions with natural sea salt. And then we're going to go ahead and just have that sit there. Put it on medium heat to start out, just so we can start getting that done. Okay, now the water for the spaghetti's boiling. And with this being a baked spaghetti, what I like to do, break it in half. And another thing I gotta say too is you don't want to overcook the spaghetti. I'm very picky about that. I like al dente spaghetti, especially when you're doing baked spaghetti. You're going when you cook a baked spaghetti, you're going to cook it more in the oven anyways. Now we're going to mix the meat in with the sauce. Mix up the meat a little bit. And always with sauce, you want to keep it on a low temperature because, as you know, the sauce likes to spurt. Now, the rest of that in there. And voila! The spaghetti's still boiling now. We've kind of mixed this up a little bit. So now we're just waiting for it to get done. I mean, I'd suggest, personally, like it says on the packages of spaghetti, to go 9 minutes for al dente. I'm going to go about 5 or 6 because it's going to cook more in the oven. One of the last things I recommend doing, because you can never go wrong with it, is Italian seasoning. I can get this bottle open. Okay. Be very liberal with the Italian seasoning because that is what's going to bring out the flavor of the sauce. You may think I'm crazy, but it's all a personal preference. Okay, the spaghetti's done now. We're going to come over here. Strain it. All right. Now comes the fun part. You're going to get a casserole dish, and we're going to layer the spaghetti. So we're going to do about half of it, put that there. You're going to take the sauce. We're going to dip some of this sauce on there. Kind of spread it around a little bit. You can be liberal with it. And we got this here. And we're going to set that aside. We got the oven preheated for 350 degrees. Pull out the cheese. And some people layer it 2 or 3 times. I'm just going to go ahead and layer it twice. Kind of mix the cheese up there. You may think I'm crazy about this, but trust me on this. Got some cottage cheese. Just kind of push it around a little bit. And this is going to put a little bit more texture to it, but it's going to be really good. Trust me, I would not steer you wrong here. If you don't like cottage cheese for some reason, which a lot of people don't, you can just exclude it from the recipe. Just kind of move it around a little bit. Now, I'm going to take the remaining spaghetti and put it on top. Kind of move it around a little bit. Sometimes you use your hands, it can be a little easier. Now, I'm going to layer another bag of cheese. I know what some of y'all are thinking. Oh my gosh, this isn't healthy. Look at all that cheese. Look at everything. Well, you know what? That's fine if you're like that, but everyone has a right to their own opinion. And your opinion is great too. But this is just what I like to do. So then we're going to take the remaining sauce and just lump it all together. Spread it around. Try to do it as even as possible. Okay. Now we have reached the moment of glory. The oven is now preheated. Set that in there. And you want to set your timer for about 30 minutes. Alright, now it's out of the oven. We officially have the finished product. So let's check it out. I wish you could smell it now because it is totally delicious. So now comes the finale. You're going to give it a little cut just because that's what we do. Now, once again, we have the taste test. Put a little pepper on top of it. Let's see how we did. Yep. That, my wonderful friends, is delicious. So I hope you try it at home. I'd like to thank you again for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please comment if you'd like. And I'd like to thank you one more time. You guys have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Have no fear. Lone Star Kitchen is here.